what's also cool about the E1 is that it's got a provision for communication control.
Schuberth has been around for more than 70 years, and they have been doing helmets for various purposes. They have done helmets for Formula 1, the police, the fire brigade, worker protection, and in 1954 onwards, they began making helmets for motorcycle riders. In the Magdeburg factory in Germany, they have about 400 employees all looking into the various details of a helmet, such as design, aerodynamics, acoustics, and materials, and how they fare against the environment and all of that. Who uses Schuberth? Nico and Felipe Massa. Schuberth is available in 55 countries, and now they're in the Philippines.
So this is going to be my long-term helmet test for 2019. This is the brand new Schuberth E1. It is an adventure helmet. I have to apologize if you guys have seen this model before or have been googling Schuberth. You will know that there is a peak na may kasama dito, the visor. Unfortunately, hindi ko siya nadala, nakalimutan ko. Sorry about that, but don't worry, I'll be back next year to tell you about my experience with it anyway, so I'll make sure that the peak is gonna be there. What I'm gonna tell you about is what's up with this helmet. So basically, what I like about this helmet, naalala niyo South Africa ride? So I was on a BMW GS, right? So adventure bike, and I was wearing my yellow helmet, which syempre to some people sabihin nila, di bagay Zach, naka BMW GS ka tapos helmet no pang ano, di ba? Actually, honestly, I don't care. As long as it's protecting my head, it's fine. Pero medyo affected ako doon. So I was thinking, what helmet is out there that I can use for practically any bike, right? Then Schuberth came up with this. Without the peak, as you can see, it looks like a regular, helmet, right? But it is modular. It looks like a regular helmet. So this is what appealed to me. I mean, if I'm gonna review or use an adventure bike, I can just put the peak on and diba, bagay na ako bigla. So let's talk about this helmet. Of course, Schuberth, German company. They provide a lot of helmets for various industries. As I mentioned a while back in the intro, first know that this already exceeded DOT standards. So hindi siya alanganin na China helmet na you don't know if it is up to par or if it will really protect your head or not. So DOT standard, this thing passed it, flying colors, so that's out of the way. Now, it is a modular helmet. If you look under here, this little lever right here, push it, ta-da! Now remember in one of the other episodes, I taught you the word homologation. So homologation basically is the different forms of something. So if this helmet states that it is triple homologation, that means it is allowable for you to wear it in all its forms. Meaning, if it's triple, that would look like first form, you can legally use it like this. Double homologation, you can use it like this and like this. Triple homologation, some helmets, this thing goes all the way back. They design it that way to counter the weight because sometimes in this position it becomes a bit top heavy. So if it's triple homologation, you can use your helmet in all those forms, no problem. So this Schuberth E1 is single homologation, means when you are already rolling out on the street, you can legally use this in this form. You cannot roll around like that kasi single homologation lang siya. Especially in Europe, they're very strict about that. Pero Pinas, anyway, the thing about modular helmets, let's talk about the acoustics. In helmets, what you really look for are basically the three things. Has it passed DOT or SNEL? Of course, comfort and all of that design. But what other people don't take into consideration, what actual engineers do, they actually study the acoustics of the helmet. Kung maingay ba siya o hindi. And I keep on telling this to you, I always ride with earplugs on. Why? Because I actually got into a recent car accident because I fell asleep because of fatigue. Of course, getting drunk is bad, but fatigue is already your body shutting down. Sometimes there are people who are wide awake, a bit tipsy and drunk, but they can still function. But kung kalaban mo pagod and fatigue, you're just gonna shut down and you're just gonna get into an accident. So one of the things that contribute to fatigue is of course noise pollution. My aversion usually with modular helmets is mas maingay siya than your one-piece helmet. Why? Because it is in the cracks that usually you're gonna hear some whistling sound dito. Kasi hindi siya one piece hindi siya buo. So yung pag dumadaan ng hangin causes a whistling sound. It's just noisier. I was quite surprised in how the acoustic engineers sorted that thing out. Paano nila ginawa? Ang ginawa nila dito, it's if you look at it here, it's not exactly pantay or pantay. Hindi siya pantay. It's a bit over, and I guess that's a way of deflecting the wind away from the helmet in a way. So it's not lampas siya ng konti. Para siya may vent na palabas. So imagine the side of a shark. Yung mga fin sa gilid. Parang ganun. Slight lang naman. Hindi siya pantay na pantay. Una, when I thought na hindi siya pantay, parang, ay, yung nakuha ko hindi pantay. And I think sadya naman siya eh. Kaya ganun. But it's pretty quiet. Also, one of the reasons why I preferred one-piece helmets is because of the weight. Now, surprisingly, this Schuberth is not as heavy as I thought. Yes, it is heavier than my yellow helmet, but it's not like bigat na ako. Not at all. Again, during my India trip, about 700 kilometers, no problem. Kayang-kaya ng ulo ko. The peak actually can be adjusted into 3 positions. Again, unfortunately, I didn't bring, when I come back next year to tell you about, like after a year with me. This helmet goes from extra small to triple XL, so this model is gonna fit everybody. So the shield, this is polycarbonate. Polycarbonate is really tough, and this actually passed optical standard 1. If you pass that standard, yun na yun. Wala nang mas lilinaw pa. This is as distortion-free as can be. Wala yung mga usual wavy stuff, distortion here na nakakaduleg. No, none of that at all. Polycarbonate. When I was in EICMA, one of the more colorful booths out there for helmets was actually Schuberth. Truth be told, their visors come in different colors also. There is, like this one, it's clear. There's orange, there's high definition yellow, there's dark smoke, there's blue mirrored, and light smoke. Now, I think I'm gonna look for the blue mirrored. I think I'm gonna like that. And one of the other things that I like about this helmet is that it's got a sun visor inside. So, di mo na kailangan mag-shades. Tada! Shack, 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 shack. I think that's cool. Saka yung quality ng sun visor niya, hindi pipitsugin. It's something that you will better appreciate once you hold the helmet and see it right in front of you. This is how the vent works. Chack, chack, chack. What this is doing, it's forcing air into the helmet, goes in here, then goes out here. What I also like is this funky Darth Vader-ish vent here. It's got some chin ventilation, and this is very, very important for me also. Tanggalable din naman siya kasi usually this is where I mount my GoPro, but I'm gonna have to figure out, I have to put it on a different way now because I don't want a strap going in here because I really love this vent. It's really keeping a lot of air out, and it really minimizes the whole noise factor also. This helps a lot. You feel really snug inside because of this. Sometimes I try to understand the wisdom of a vent kasi parang when you're riding na kasi, parang, are the vents really working? Actually, a good or well-designed helmet that can truly cool your head is a combination of the vents and the material inside. Matter can either collect heat or be resistant to heat. Vents like this is also designed not to take in air for your head but also to expel heat generating from inside the helmet. Singaw ba, di ba? That's why when sometimes it gets super stuffy and you open this like that and biglang ginhawa, right? That's what the vents do. Now looking at the material of Schuberth, they used some really good fabric over here. Meron siyang parang feeling skin texture of some animal. But of course they didn't use any animal for this. That's synthetic. Material here is quite cool to the head, and according to Schuberth also, they took into consideration kasi adventure helmet, diba? Where are people gonna ride? It's gonna be tough. People are basically gonna be riding in humid areas, in dry areas. And I have encountered helmets before na yung foam sa loob, because of the climate, nagnanaknak na. That's a combination of dry weather, init, lamig, and all of that. The foam just crumbles and little bits and pieces of stuff like that. What's cool about Schuberth also, you can also add on a communication system with them. It is called the Schuberth SRC System Pro. Basically, it's a provision for this side of the helmet. You're gonna have controls over here if you want to talk. It's less bulky. That's something that you can add on to this helmet. This helmet is ready for that. Now, if there is something that I noticed about this helmet with this particular color, manchahin siya. What I did before when I was in India, I don't know if you noticed it, I put a Makina sticker over here and nadumihan siya, naulanan, naarawan, naulanan. The sticker started peeling, so I had to take it off, and it left a mark there. The part where the sticker was on, that looked lighter over the rest of the helmet. So para siya nagmancha na, in other words. So I tried cleaning it. I mean, I spent hours. I used the muck-off cleaner. Na-OC ako kasi alam mo yan, pag bago yung helmet mo, di ba? Ayaw mo siya magasgas, gusto mo lagi siyang malinis, gusto mo mukha siyang bago. And then one day, di mo maiwasan magkakagasgas na siya, tapos wala ka na pake. nandito pa ako sa stage na yon na parang gusto kong bago pa rin siya parati. I'm still in that honeymoon stage with this helmet. So I was trying to clean it. So this type of matte, manchahin siya, and through time, by the end of 2019, it's gonna have some smudges and some stains here and there, I think. Now, the price for this is 51,500. And you're like saying, mahal! Actually, the E1 is available in a lot of prices. It really depends on the graphics. Why? Because may cost. You think graphics is cheap to design a helmet, you know, and all of that? Apparently not. So the range can go from a bit of the 30,000 plus range up to the 50 plus thousand peso range. The only difference, graphics. So a solid colored helmet na E1 would definitely be cheaper. Sayang wala sila solid colored na yellow. I mean, I would have gone for that any day. But this is pretty good. It's not, you know, loaded with graphics, which is something I don't really like or enjoy. I like simple looking helmets, and basically it's a three-tone helmet. You got black, you got white, and you got the neon. And I think that's also important on the road too. Giveaway time! Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. What a fantastic year this has been. The motorcycle industry has been booming and it's been fun. So many things going on. I'm on a Makina giveaway roll, so this is going to be all Makina apparel. So I'm giving away 5 Makina caps, 5 Makina shirts, and 5 Makina mugs. Kung meron pa akong mga lanyard dyan, I'll throw that in as well. How to win! First off, you gotta share this video with the hashtag Makina Stuff and Schuberth E1. Very easy. Screenshot that share, put it in the comments below, and we're gonna do the up, down, choosy, woozy. I will be announcing the winner probably past New Year kasi we're all going to disappear. It's time to go on vacation. It's time to have fun. Spend time with your families. You guys ride safe. Take it easy. This is Zach. Ciao.
If you're in doubt about angels